Welcome back to our channel, Quick Learning. So, now our topic of presentation is formal writing rules. So, before starting, I'd like you to please subscribe my channel and share it as much as you can. So, this is a slightly lengthy topic and slightly technical as compared to other topics. So, please be patient and focus. So, number one is do not use first person pronouns like I, me, my, we, us, etc. Like any pronouns that are related to first person, you have not used it. So, using these expressions in analytical and persuasive essays can make the writing wordy and can make the writer seems less confident of his or her ideas and can give the essay an informal tone. So the use of first person pronouns is unnecessary in the kinds of essay you are writing for the course. Readers will know that they are reading your thoughts, beliefs, opinions, so you do not need to state I think that or I believe that or in my opinion. So simply delete these expressions from the sentences and you will be left with stronger sentences. For example, I think that this character is confused is a wrong thing. The correct version is this character is confused. Obviously, you are thinking this, but you cannot write I think. So the second sentence is less wordy, sounds more formal, and conveys a more confident tone. One, the reader, readers, the viewer, or something similar sometimes can be used effectively in place of the first person pronouns in formal papers. But be careful not to overuse these expressions. You want to sound formal, not awkward and stiff. For example, I can sense the character's confusion. The reader can sense the character's confusion. Okay, so these are the two examples of the first rule that you do not have to use the first person pronoun. The second rule in the formal writing is avoid addressing readers as you. Like addressing readers using second person pronoun like you and your can make an essay sound informal and can bring assumptions into an essay that are not true. So, a student once wrote in her essay, if you wear a tube top, guys might think that you are easy. I wondered why the students would think that I, a male, would wear a tube top. So, as a first person pronouns, second person pronouns can be replaced by such words such as one, the reader, readers, and the viewer. Okay. The third rule is avoid the use of contractions. So basically contractions are shorter version of words that are apostrophes in place of letters such as can't, isn't, she's and wouldn't. So the more formal non-contracted versions are cannot, is not, she is and would not. So you might be surprised by how much better a sentence can sound if non-contracted versions of the words replace the contractions. For example, the character isn't aware that he's surrounded by people he can't trust. But the formal way of writing this sentence is the character is not aware that he is surrounded by people he cannot trust. So, making your writing more formal by avoiding contractions is easy. Just find the contractions and replace them with non contracted versions of the words. Simple. So, now the fourth rule in writing a formal language is avoid colloquialism and slang expressions. So, colloquial dictation is informal language used in everyday speech and includes such as yeah, stuff, kind of, okay, and big deal. So, highly informal dictation, such as freak out and dissing, falls into the category of slang. While slang words often are vivid and expressive, Slang comes and goes quickly. Another reason why slang should be avoided in formal writing. So both of them should be ignored while using a formal writing because they convey an informal tone and should be avoided in formal writing. And for example, the guy was nailed for ripping off a liquor store. But the correct version is the man was convicted of robbing a liquor store. Okay, so you should know there are many words that are informal and you have to replace them with the formal words. So in my next video I will upload the difference between formal and informal words, but now I'm just telling you the rules of formal writing. So as you avoid informal language, be careful not to use words that suggest ideas that you may not intend, like the gentleman was convicted of robbing a liquor store, would probably leave readers wondering why the man who robbed the store is considered to be a gentleman. Likewise, the lady was convicted of robbing a liquor store. And again, the writer wonder why a woman would rob a liquor store is considered to be a lady. Okay. So now the fifth rule is avoid non-standard dictation. Like non-standard dictation refers to expressions that are not considered legitimate words according to the rules of standard English usage. Like non-standard dictation includes and, their self, himself, anyways, a lot. So the accepted version is a lot with a gap in a and a lot. Okay, and all right. And the accepted version is all right, again a gap between both of them. So most good dictionaries will identify such expressions with the word non-standard. Because non-standard expressions generally are not regarded as legitimate words, I mark these expressions in essays as examples of inaccurate word choice. So the fifth rule is avoid abbreviated versions of words. For example, instead of writing photo, phone, TV, write photograph, telephone, television. So this is a very common and basic rule we all use in our daily life. Obviously, in our daily routine, we use TV, but in formal language, you have to replace TV with television. So, the second last rule of formal writing is avoid the overuse of short and simple sentences. Like, while the writer might use formal diction in such sentences, too many short and simple sentences can make an essay sound informal, as if the writer is not recognizing that the audience is capable of reading and understanding more complex and longer sentences. Short and simple sentences can be used effectively in formal writing, but heavy reliance on such sentences reflects poorly on the writer and gives the writing an informal tone. So, the final comments will be, do not confuse formal diction with the Primus diction, like the kind of language that seems in our writing to impress readers, or jargon, like the kind of language only familiar to people within a specialized field, such as computer technicians. So you should not sound artificial as you use formal diction. Instead, consider that different situations require different uses of language and that educated people are able to adopt their use of language to a variety of writing and speaking situations. So, educated people have different writing and speaking voices, and one voice is no more genuine than another. So, instead, the different voices reflect choices based on the writing or speaking situation. Through your words choice in essay, you can portray yourself as an intelligent person who is aware of the audience, a group of well educated people whom you do not know. So imagine the kind of language that you might use in a job interview for an important job. With formal diction, you can express yourself clearly, accurately, and effectively without relying on the kind of language that you might use in less formal situations. So thank you. That's all from my side. Kindly subscribe to my channel, and if you have any queries, then you can comment me. Thank you.